Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm illustrious female fan Steve Alicious here, back with the Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G. But before we get started, let me thank all the new subscribers, up over 1,200 as of the taping of this video. If you're liking all the phones, go ahead and give that subscribe button a tussle. It certainly means a lot to me. So here's what was going to happen. I was going to put some gaming in the full review of the Fold 2, but I figured this is too cool of a device. Too many people are interested in it, especially this unique form factor. So let's go ahead and make a gaming video, review video on its own. Because how many times can you see your favorite YouTube reviewer die in the same 10 seconds of Call of Duty Mobile? So let's do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a whole range of games, and stay tuned to the end of the video because we're going to also do Microsoft xCloud on here. We're going to do the Xbox Game Pass and see how it runs on the Fold 2. And don't worry, because I already know in the comment section somebody's screaming out, "Steve Alicious, you fool! How could you possibly not go over how Cat Condo 2 runs on here?" Well, relax. Go ahead and leave a comment below. If enough people want to see your game, I'll do a follow-up video next week. So all of that today on this edition of Steve Alicious Tech. So let's get right into it with some Mario Kart on Android. Runs well. This is actually one of the games that I enjoyed the most on the big screen. It's a perfect aspect ratio for it. It runs well in this kind of upright portrait tablet mode. You get used to the controls. If anything, it was actually a little big on the screen to be able to control everything, but the game's super smooth. I think it was a perfectly nice experience on the Fold 2. You're going to use that extra real estate and you can enjoy the game to the fullest. What we're also going to do is flip it around to the front to see, hey, if you just want to play a game quickly, what are you going to get? And it does correct the aspect ratio on the front of the screen, and you can see those bars on the bottom and top. Still a smooth experience, though. If you don't mind the smaller screen, you're going to be okay. Hearthstone. I personally am not a Hearthstone player. A lot of people wanted to see it. This is what it looks like. You get kind of that, they make it as big as they possibly can, but not really optimized for the Fold 2. So you might want to use it on the front screen, but then again, you're going to have similar issues, I believe, with as you did with the with Mario, as you have the bars as well. Now, part of me is wondering if that was an optimization for the Fold 1 to kind of use the outer display, which was a lot smaller, or if that's just putting it into an aspect ratio that the game is more comfortable with. So if you're one of those players, a Hearthstone player, you got to take that into account. You're going to see the same thing here with Team Fight Tactics. You're going to see that it makes it, part of me thinks that that's its version of tablet mode. It's just a little bit bigger than a Note 10 Plus, so it stretches it out, but you're going to have those big bars at top and bottom. Now, don't get me wrong. This is still a bigger internal experience that you normally have on a regular phone, and you can see it does better. Team Fight Tactics does a lot better utilizing the outside space of the display. You don't have those bars on bottom and top. Okay, so Pokémon Go we're going to do live because I know a lot of people wanted to see it, so we're going to do it just on right here in front of the camera right now. So let's go pull it up. I'm starting it up. I'm going to tell you right now, the way you're going to want to play it is on the front screen. So it just took a second to load up there. Here we got it. Let's go ahead and get a Pokemon right here. Let's get that focused in. See? Plays nice. Do a curveball without even looking. Okay, come on. Where do you get that? Where do you get that kind of skill? But it works really well on the glass front display. Now, I understand it's tall, but it's perfectly playable. There are no issues with that. Where it becomes a little bit of a mixed bag is when you open it up. Okay? So it does have the continuity, as I just lock it for no reason. It does have the continuity. Okay? See if we can get that focused in there. That had blown out. It does open up right where you were, but the problem is it becomes more of an issue on the plastic display catching Pokemon. And I actually think there's an issue with the activation point. So let's go ahead and give this Bidoof a raspberry. Okay? And see, usually you just kind of click there and things work. It's not. It's actually like down there. So it's a bit strange. I don't know if there's something with the aspect ratio or how it's doing it. And then you're going ahead and giving him a curveball. It doesn't. You can play it if you can get used to it. If you're someone who's not bothered by the plastic display or the plastic cover, you could do it. But for me, kind of doing that on the plastic, it kind of irritates my finger. The other problem is those raid battles. I think, and that was a ditto, by the way, so go ahead and leave a like for that. If you're tapping away, you know what you do. If you're thumb slapping that Mega Charizard, okay? You don't want to be doing that on this delicate internal display. And you know how you get. You get a little excited, you're kind of smashing the screen, okay? I don't think you want to be doing that on this. But on the external glass display, you can tap to your heart's content. Go nuts. Get your Pokemon. So if you're a Pokemon Go player, there's obviously a decision to be made there. So now for some that actually really surprised me and used both displays seamlessly. This is Penguin Isle. So we could get a nice little fishing penguin here, but you can see it uses the entire internal display right up to the hole punch, no problem. So I don't know if that was some sort of tablet optimization or if Penguin Isle is optimized for the Fold 2 or the Fold 1, but it plays well. And this is one that the continuity was beautiful between both screens. You can see you go out to the main screen and it uses the entire outer display, again, all the way up to the hole punch. And it's one of those ones where if you were to open from this particular orientation, would take you to the full screen. Another one was Hamster Village, delivered there on your Dolphin. So if you're a Hamster Village fan, again, I don't know if this is just ported over optimization from tablet mode, but Hamster Village works just as well. The entire internal display to play on, and you're going to see as well on the outer display all the way out, so you could build a farm for your little hamster man and have no issues whatsoever. So it was nice to see some games that did use the space well. Gaming reviews, not a gamer review without Call of Duty Mobile, right? I got my PlayStation 4 Bluetooth controller hooked up to it. Runs great. It's not about performance with an 865 plus, okay? It's just about how your particular game uses the screen space of the Fold 2. Call of Duty has a great tablet mode. I'm assuming this is some sort of tablet mode, but it stretches out well. Smooth, fluid. It's a nice experience. I'm a Call of Duty player, so it's kind of cool to have a controller hooked up to the mobile game. Sometimes it can be a little unfair. Who knows? I kind of wrecked this lobby, but it still worked well, and it was fun to play on the Fold 2. Asphalt 9, same deal. I have my controller hooked up here, but you're going to see in a second, just because you have your controller hooked up, if you're okay with the experience of touching that plastic display, we're going to see it in a second with Minecraft. It just irritates me a little bit. I understand you can pull the protector off and all the rest of it, but you're still going to be feeling it. It irritates me on a glass display playing with my thumbs on these. So if it's going to bother you, you're going to see it and you're going to notice it kind of dragging your thumb for faster movements or moving around. Your thumb's going to get stuck. It's just the way it is. But Minecraft, big, beautiful display, takes care of most of it. You can see that little black bar on the left. Again, I don't know if that was an optimization issue for the Fold 1, an adjustment that they made. We're going to go say hello to this pig real quick. No problem. Just a little love slap there. So that Minecraft runs well. We're going to get to the Microsoft stuff now, the xCloud stuff. It runs. I'm using my Xbox One controller plugged in through an OTG port, through the USB-C port. It runs smoothly, but you look at the bottom right. There's a portion of the display that's cut off, and that happens on every game. So I don't know if that's a thing that they're going to have to go back and fix, if that's an optimization thing. It's a problem with Android in general running Xbox Game Pass. But here I'm going to show you the input lag, which there is a little bit. I'm going to show you the controller. This is Sea of Thieves running on Game Pass on Android. Look at that. I pushed up, and then he moved. And that bugs me as a gamer sometimes. That really does. That if you're someone who's sensitive and wants to play and you don't want any input lag, Xbox Game Pass, at least right now for the Fold 2, not totally optimized. You can see the unused space as well on the side. So in conclusion, it's actually more of a mixed bag than I thought. You saw Game Pass, that might be an update issue that might get better as time goes on, even though I'm thinking that bar on the left-hand side was because of the Fold 1, because it had the camera kind of hump cutout thing on the front screen. So basically all of that display area is wasted once you have that cut down on the main screen. The other games, it's going to be completely dependent on what you play. But you saw some of the more popular ones there. I was actually surprised at which ones were optimized, but don't forget, that might be because they're just running it in tablet mode. So while I think there's going to be a lot of updates, and obviously if there's some that are already optimized for it, and there will be more in the future, it still is something. If you're someone who buys a phone and it's for gaming and gaming only, do be careful on how your game runs, what aspect ratio it's in, if it runs well, and if you're going to want to be playing it on that plastic screen. So go ahead, if you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Open to questions as well. I try to do as well as I possibly can in the comment section. But until next time,